Title: The Tomb Below the Sand. It was 1922 in Egypt. The wind whispered over the Valley of the Kings like a dying breath. Dr. Jonathan Mercer, a seasoned British archaeologist, stood before a sealed tomb, untouched by time. His fingers trembled as he brushed sand from the carved stone. The hieroglyphs were ancient, older than any Mercer had seen. They spoke not of a pharaoh, but of Setmekbet, a name long purged from record. The tomb's opening hissed like a snake's breath as the stone gave way. Heat rushed out, thick with the stench of rot and dust. Mercer descended alone, lantern swaying, its light painting monstrous shadows on the walls. Relief showed rites of blood, twisted gods with black eyes, and humans kneeling in agony. Oddly, some of the figures were wearing clothing not of the ancient world, but Victorian. The corridor narrowed as he pressed on, until it opened into a chamber so large his lantern could barely cut the darkness. Columns ringed the room, carved with leering jackal faces. At the center stood a black sarcophagus covered in dried crimson stains. Above it, a mural showed Setmekbet with the head of a vulture, devouring the souls of the dead. Mercer's heart thumped with a mix of awe and dread. Ignoring the pounding in his ears, he pried open the lid. Inside was no mummy. The body had no face. Instead, writhing beneath the wrappings, the flesh seemed to move, breathe. A putrid gust swept over him, and the lantern flickered violently. From the darkness came a low, wet voice in a language that felt carved into his brain. "You see me. Now I see you." The walls quivered. The carvings moved. Mercer stumbled back, but the entrance was gone. In its place stood a narrow hallway where none had been. He ran, his sanity fraying with each step. Whispering followed, chanting in tongues no man should know. Faces bloomed from the walls, stretching from stone, mouths gaping in eternal screams. He found another chamber, this one filled with mirrors, except they reflected not his body, but a decaying version of himself. Older, eyeless, bleeding sand from its mouth. The reflections turned to face him, smiling in unison. A scream echoed, his own, then silence. Weeks later, a search party found the tomb entrance. Inside was nothing but a room of mirrors. No hieroglyphs, no sarcophagus, no Mercer. Except one mirror showed him, but he blinked when they did not. He was trapped behind the glass, forever screaming in silence, while the tomb awaited its next visitor.